As I said, I was not a chef, so I
Yeah.
came to Melbourne in 2004, July. I came to study a master's in information system. It was a journey. So I was joining as a part-time with one of the company with Compass Group. And I was working for an healthcare, and one day I was to jump and cook. Not suddenly, I would say. I was always, when I was doing my bachelor's, I really wanted to do cooking. But at that time, I was very restricted. My parents said, you can't do cooking. But what I did, always, I used to be with my catering friends. I always jump in the kitchen, I see what they cook. They bring some cakes, they bring some chicken and everything. So around 6 times, we produce around 6,000 meals every single day.
6,000 meals a day.
Yes.
Yeah.
Good journey. And Eddie, it was not an easy journey as well. You have to learn everything.
Very
so I
true.
went to school again.
Yes. Now, it's a really great field. I've worked across, when I started cooking, I thought cooking was hotels and restaurants. Then I realized it was on cruise ships. Then I realized it was in airlines and in stadiums. It's on oil rigs. It's everywhere.
A week's of job, I've made 3 minutes.
Yes.
Right? But it took a bit of time for me to set up everything,
right.
to make everything.
Yeah.
And I can, while I'm driving, I can talk to my Emily as well. It advised me everything.
Welcome to Knoxx Passion for Profession Season 2. I'm your host, Eddie Cofie, and it's really great to be back here in the studio. This season, we'll be talking to chefs and food professionals to hear the real stories behind what shaped them, their challenges, and what helped them turn from passion to profession. And today I'll be joined by Dinesh. Fantastic, Dinesh. Good to have you here. And we're going to go into the aged care, delve into aged care, hospitality, the catering, the food service. It's a magnificent area, an area that I hadn't thought was going to be as big and as involved as it is. You wait till you hear some of this. And so we'll be talking about their journey, or your journey, Dinesh. We'll be talking about your work and some things that you may not see coming. So, Dinesh, before we begin all of this, for people who are meeting you for the very first time, who are you and what do you do?
Hi, Eddie. Thank you. Thank you for
My pleasure.
great introduction. So, Eddie, as you said, I'm Dinesh Subramani. So I work in healthcare. So now it's been 22 years.
22 years.
22 years. And I love what I'm doing.
Yes.
And so as everyone started, same dreams, very big dreams. But I'll be very truth.
Yes.
My starting background was not a chef.
Yes.
I was an IT.
In IT?
Yes.
Well, before we get there, how would you describe a typical day at work for you? And then I want to really delve into your background after that. You get into work. What's a normal day for you at work?
The normal day to work for me is you're highly committed.
Yes.
What you're doing.
Yes.
There is no set target. You have to have that client respect.
Yes.
And you need to get the job satisfaction.
Yes.
So it's not to make others happy.
Yeah.
It's your art gets happy.
That's
when
right.
you finish your
That's
job,
right. Yeah.
you have the job
You
satisfaction,
have
right?
satisfaction.
That is more
That's
important.
right.
So my
Yes, that's
hectic
right.
day will be very, very, very busy.
That's
As I
great.
said, I wake up at 5 o'clock
Yeah.
and I go to bed 10:30. So
And your day's full, right?
it's full on. It's full
Okay.
on. Full on.
And where did your food journey begin?
As I said, I was not a chef. So I
Yeah.
came to Melbourne in 2004, July. I came to study a master's in information system. It was a journey. So I was joining as a part-time with one of the company with Compass Group. I was working for an healthcare. One day I was to jump and cook. We didn't have a chef, so we have to jump and cook.
Yeah.
And that's where the journey started. And it's been 22 years now.
Yeah, okay. And who shaped you? Who shaped you into cooking? What guided you into this field from IT?
So I think
Or more like who influenced you, perhaps?
so more who influenced me was I was really following Paul Bocuse, which is an umpire in Lyon.
Legendary French chef.
I was always gone through him. But, for some reason at overseas or when I came here, I was not in a part of the catering, right? Because back in overseas, when I asked my parents I want to do cooking,
Yes.
they never let me to do that.
No, really.
So
It wasn't your direction, right?
I still remember my dad asked me, if you do cooking, who is going to marry you? So that was a perception.
That's right, yeah.
In
the kitchen.
In the kitchen,
women.
you're doing that
Yes,
one,
yes.
you're going
That's
to
right.
struggle,
That's
you're going to
right.
long
That's
day. But look, Paul Bocuse, that's
Yeah.
where I started.
Yeah.
Then I was in healthcare. Then
Yeah.
I was with Press Club. And then
Press
I was
club?
in, yes, I
Okay,
was working
that's
with Press Club.
With people like George Columbaris.
George Columbus, yes, I was there for very
Great
short.
chef, very
and
focused.
Very focused. And then I got a chance to work with Guy Grossi in Mallorca at Talareno in St. Kilda.
Yes.
He just opened over there.
So Guy Grossi is a very famous
Very famous.
chef,
Very
isn't he, in
famous.
Australia?
And moreover, I really liked
Yes.
Guy Grossi.
Yes.
He's very humble.
Yes.
And then halfway through, I
Yeah.
get into healthcare.
That's right.
As I said,
That's right.
I was an accidental
And
chef.
was it at that stage that you thought, this is for me?
Yes.
Yes.
I think always I was very passionate about food. And I really love food. I like to eat food a lot, right? Of
We
course.
all like to eat food, right?
Of
That's why we're
course.
here.
And then that was a chance where I jumped in my healthcare. One day there was a no chef. And my previous boss, Jonathan Okalangan from Compass Group,
Yes.
gave me an offer.
Yeah.
Dinesh, do you want to do cooking?
Cooking.
And I just said yes.
And was it in your background? Is it in your family? Was it home?
No one.
Not at all.
No one.
Okay. So
no
that's
one.
it.
No one was a
So
chef.
it suddenly became a passion for you.
Suddenly became, not suddenly, I would say I was always, when I was doing my bachelor's, I really wanted to do cooking.
Yeah.
But at that time, I was very restricted. My parents said, you can't do cooking. But what I did always, I used to be with my catering friends. I
Yes.
always jump in the kitchen. I see what they cook. They bring some cakes, they bring
Yeah,
some
that's
chicken
right, yeah.
and everything. And when I get an opportunity, and at the very first cooking, I got amazing feedback from lovely residents.
That's-
And I think that is where I got the job certification.
That's right. That's good to
And
hear.
and still I remember my menu, what it was. It was lamb curry and saffron rice. And the dinner was shepherd's pie. And the next day was roast beef, roast potato, pumpkin, and
Very-
cauliflower cheese.
Very traditional English fare. I sort of
Very,
recognize
very-
some of that
Very
food there.
traditional, yes.
Yeah.
And
And at that stage, you thought, this is it?
so next day, I got my boss came and he said there was amazing feedback. You really want to consider cooking? I think I took 30 seconds to say yes, and that's it. I'm
And
sitting
you
here
haven't
now.
looked. You haven't looked back since.
I haven't looked back yet. Yeah,
Yeah.
good journey, and it was not an easy
Yeah.
journey as well.
Yeah.
You have to learn everything.
Very
So I
true.
went to school again.
Yes.
You need to do your certificate 3 in commercial cookery, and it's not that you learn everything there.
Yes. And was it a struggle for you, or did you find it, obviously coming from IT and into food, where did you find some struggles? What are the differences? There's a big transition, isn't there, from...
To understand the ingredients.
Yes.
And I thought cooking was easy,
Yeah.
but it's not.
It's not easy.
Every nationality have a different ingredients.
Yes.
To understand each piece of ingredients took me lots of time
Yes.
because we can't make mistakes, right? So let's say an example with fish, lemon goes plus dill should go, right?
Yes.
I can't go and put parsley with the fish, right?
That's
You can
right.
put, but
You
it
can, but it's
doesn't look
But
nice.
dill's better.
Yes.
Yeah.
So for lamb, you need rosemary, right?
Yes.
That
Yeah.
what goes good. To understand the ingredients took me a bit of time,
Yes.
and then to understand the cuisine, and then it was a great journey,
Yes.
and I really worked hard.
What did you have to learn outside of cooking? Obviously, now you've come from IT background. You're great. You've delved into this real mountain of aged care, which is great, and you've endorsed it. This is what I'm going to do now. You want to move ahead. What did you need to learn now? You've learned food. Outside of that, were you studying? Did you take many other courses?
Yes,
Yeah.
I have done lots and lots of courses, Eddie, and yeah, somebody was talking to me last week. When they looked at my LinkedIn profile, they were telling either Dinesh, you get an award or you do a course update, and I that's what
Mm.
even Eddie. I started writing 3 books, baking, and I writing a book in lactose free and gluten free.
That's great.
I named as everything. The title starts with the journey of chef never ends.
Journey of Chef Never Ends.
Baking,
That's
the journey
great,
of
Dinesh.
chef never ends gluten free. The journey of chef never end lactose free.
Mhm.
So the baking book I have written 3 years ago, but still I haven't finished. And my wife said, "You have to finish now." But what I did, I finished the other 2 books now. I'm still doing my baking book. But as I said, the journey of chef never ended. And still now, I'm
Mm.
not expert, right?
No.
Still, there are lots of things to study
Yes.
every single day.
Mm.
And then now you got an artificial intelligence coming and take overing everything, right?
That's right.
And I can read as much as I can,
Yes.
and I need
That's
to be
right.
updated.
Yes.
And everywhere, even with your skills, with your knife
Yes.
or in the
Yeah.
kitchen,
Yes.
and you keep learning it. You never stop.
That's right. Tell me, Dinesh, you're in aged care now. It's a really great field. I've worked across, when I started cooking, I thought cooking was hotels and restaurants. Then I realized it was on cruise ships. Then I realized it was in airlines and in stadiums. It's on oil rigs. It's everywhere. I didn't think about aged care and the volume. Tell me about aged care. How many meals you do per day? How many you produce? What you do in aged care in terms of the amount of food that you make?
100%. Even when I started my career, even I didn't thought of aged care. You need to have a special art. You need to love what you're doing.
Yeah.
So you started your career in healthcare. So what happened? You go and see lovely residents every day,
Yes.
and you make them a good food. And look, they are not overcomplicated at all.
No.
All they want is a nice breakfast,
Yes.
a nice morning tea, a nice lunch,
Yes.
a simple lunch. Your starch makes perfect,
That's right.
and your protein make perfect, and couple of vegetables.
Yes.
Perfectly, you do it, and a beautiful dessert.
Yes.
And then you do your afternoon tea, your
Yes.
dinner, a light dinner, they like it, and the
Yes.
supper. So around 6 times, we produce around 6,000 meals every single day.
6,000 meals a day.
Yes, it
Well
looks
done.
like
You made it sound so simple.
Yes,
A few starters, a bit of dessert, bit of lunch and dinner, 6,000 times.
True.
Congratulations, well done.
It is.
And what are the challenges there?
Consistency.
Right.
So consistency. So we do menu centralized, and from centralized menu we send to all the locations, right?
Right.
Every location have their pick and choose. Like
Yes.
some location you have Asian residents, some location you have Greek residents.
Yes.
Somewhere you have they want authentic English
That's
menu.
right.
Somewhere you have Greek, Italian,
Yes.
and it's a mix. And they know the food very well.
Yeah, well, I'm sure they do.
They know the food very well.
Yeah.
You can't mess around with that, right?
No.
Consistency, training the chefs,
Yeah.
and creating the right menu, and giving them the choice.
Yeah. And are you and your chefs producing these meals fresh every day?
Yes. Every single
Everything
day.
is made from scratch.
Every single day we make from the scratch. So we buy the meat, cook, we slice, we serve fresh vegetables, and desserts, morning tea, afternoon tea. Every single day we do it fresh.
I've got so many questions to ask, and I hope we've got enough time to ask all the questions
Definitely.
we've got to ask you, because obviously I'm really pleased that you've got such a great background transition to something you're doing very, very well. And now you're on food panels talking to people about aged care, the food, the science behind food, and you're talking about cook chill and how people manage cook chill, safety in cooking. You're doing QA, you're doing multiple various tasks and enjoying it too.
I'm really, really enjoying Eddie. As I said, the journey of chef never ends, right?
That's right. That's right.
And I always still I remember, I used to do teaching as well.
Yeah.
And still all the students are in touch.
Teaching is in the catering field or from the RT field?
From RTO.
Okay.
So I used to teach.
Yes.
Now I have no time now. But
Can you explain that? It's an abbreviation that a lot of people might not understand, RTO.
Yes. So RTO is a registered training organization.
Correct.
So it's like a TAFE, right? Like
Yes.
Glen, William Anglis.
Yeah.
It's a TAFE. So what I did,
The cordon bleu and
cordon bleu, where
William
we have
Anglis,
more
catering.
international students are coming
yes,
and learning. They do the certificate 3 in commercial cookery.
that's right.
And so I didn't like any management subjects, but I used to teach typical certificate 3 in commercial cookery,
Yes.
where you teach students from the basics, right?
Yes.
Mayonnaise, how to
Mm.
make a mayo,
Mm.
how to make a bechamel sauce, right?
Mm.
We call mother
Yeah.
sauce, white sauce,
Correct.
so many names. So how to
Yeah,
teach them?
I've been there.
Fantastic journey. I would have been trained around 140 students.
Yes.
Out of that, I'm very proud to say I have made at least 130 chefs.
Yes.
Another 10 people,
Yes.
I failed them because, but they're expert in very something else.
I want to ask you something. In registered training organizations, when you cut, for example, the vegetables, are they still doing all the cuts like paysanne and macédoine and
Of
jardinier
course.
and brunoise and
Brunoise
all
and
those cuts are there?
julienne,
Julienne and
that is our
and then
first.
measured.
That is our first unit. We teach them.
Yeah.
Very first unit we
Yeah.
teach them
So
how
you're coming
to.
back to real basics.
We start
Yeah.
from very
Very
basic. Even we show them how to wash the carrot, how to
Yeah.
peel the carrot,
Yeah.
how to re-wash the carrot as well, and then we show them how
Yeah.
to slice, how to battens, everything.
And given that you didn't start with formal education in the cooking field, did you have to go through that yourself as well? The
Yes.
beginning?
Yes. So what I did, I myself have to do. As I said, my background was IT.
Yeah.
I myself have to do certificate 3 in commercial cookery. I have no choice,
Yeah.
and I'm very glad I got very good teachers.
Yes.
Like a French chef, his name was Dominic, and I got a New Zealand chef, his name was Marcus.
Yes.
Amazing. I got amazing chefs who trusted on me, who believed on me,
That's right.
and they teach you from basics, right? That's what I also did, right? So I learned the basics, and then I come as a teacher. Then I also did the same, and then I came back to healthcare. That's what I'm looking for.
Yeah.
Right?
I'm a
And-
real advocate of that, actually. You
Oh.
learn the basics well first and you produce from there.
Definitely, Eddie. If you don't know the basics, I don't think so. We can go
That's
anywhere.
right.
Decorations
That's
won't be
right.
good, right?
That's right.
So you'll be get lost. But if you know your basics right,
Yes.
it's like a mystery box. You give a mystery box, we cook, right? We
Yeah,
cook something and we
know.
produce in the plate, right? I think the basic foundation is very important for
Yeah.
any
It's the
chefs.
structure, isn't it?
That's the main structure.
Mm.
Same like a building, right? You have a
Yeah.
foundation, right? And you
Yeah.
keep building whatever. So
Yeah.
I think a person who cooks there
Yes.
from the basics, I think he will be a good success.
You know what, Dinesh? I'm interested in you in particular because now I see you've got quite a diverse background. So you've had IT, right? Got into the high levels of the food side. And would you say that you've got a better understanding of where AI is taking us now
Yes.
and the involvement in AI and where in fact you use AI in the healthcare industry or aged care industry in what you do day to day? Can you explain a bit about that and what you do with AI?
Definitely, Eddie. Eddie, if I say I have 63 agents working for me now.
Now that's a good analogy.
63 agents are working for me.
Yes.
So what I have done, I have created a dietitian agent, a nutrition agent, a menu management agent, a procurement agent, and I have created an intelligence agent. So these are the 5 top agents which I use every day.
Yes.
So what happens with my agents? Like, let's say I want to create a menu.
Yes.
In previous days, Eddie, you tell me, you are a chef, right? You tell me if you want to create a 4-week cycle menu,
Yes.
including costing, breakfast, morning tea, lunch, the full power pack, the all day menu for 4 weeks, 28 days in an Excel sheet, putting all those formulas and bringing the costing. How many days will take for you?
Well, researching, finding all the books, looking at the recipes, testing the recipes, it will take me a long time.
Now
Now,
it's fraction of seconds, Eddie.
yes.
I have trained all the seasonal. So what happens? My agent have learned all the ingredients in Australia, and it has learned all the procurement, pricing, ingredients,
Yes.
seasonal, and
Yes.
everything. And there is a menu master.
Yes.
He creates menu, and there is an expert chef with 50
Yes.
years.
Yes.
It understands. So I have to feed everything, all the information.
Yes.
But a 4-week cycle menu can be done. All
In
I need to
excellent
give
time.
the commands correct. the prompt correct. Can you do? I call it Emily, by the way.
Emily.
Emily. So
Emily's your assistant.
Emily is my assistant. Emily is managing
Yeah.
all the
She's got direct reports.
direct reports, and Emily reports to me. And what happens? Emily create that menu right within less than 2 minutes.
I had a question here, and what does it help you do faster or better? And you answered everything on that topic, right? So it's almost this delete. Emily, I think, has been involved in here, and
Yes,
she knew I was going to ask you this question, right? So I guess it's giving you a great business advantage, hasn't it?
great advantage. So it's shorten our time period now, right? You don't need to worry about going back and forward, and also costing, right?
Yes.
Let's say chicken, right? You have M&J chicken, your Leone chicken. There are so many providers, right? So what I did, I put 10 providers there, and I always check what is the best breast fillet pricing today. It will go pull data and bring back to me. It will show, hey Dinesh, M&J chicken is still good. Oh Dinesh, no, today Woolies is doing, there is some offer is happening in Woolies, and it all brings you in real time.
Excellent.
And then,
Yes,
for
excellent.
the functions,
Yes.
you have to just train it, and then if you ask to do a menu, and it does for you, a 4-week cyclic menu and costing, everything pull outs for you.
Yeah. So, Dinesh, given all the things you've been through in a relatively short time, but a great time and a strong time, with people coming through the industry now, what sort of advice would you give them? What advice would you give young chefs now wanting to move up, learn the things you've learned, and take it into the future? There were some great changes out there.
Definitely. Eddie, coming to healthcare, definitely it's a great thing. Definitely the work-life balance is there.
Yes.
Those are young chefs, those who are listening, work-life balance is there for 100%. You need a passion.
Yes.
I always tell my students and my, chefs, work with passion, don't work for passion. You have to
Very
work
good.
with passion, right? Don't work. Let's say Eddie is doing a lasagna. I have to do a lasagna. It's not like that, right? You have to do from your art what you're doing, and that will lead you where you are. And for the young chefs, I would highly recommend, there is a great future in healthcare as well.
Yes.
You have
As
to
a
work.
chef.
Yes, a chef. Yes, and you have to have you'll have a good work-life balance. Second thing, again, when you come here, your basics should be very strong.
Yes.
Take a good training. Come with the right mindset.
Okay.
Growth mindset. It's all about your mindset. Come there.
True.
Okay, I'm going to do my things perfect. And within some stage, when you're doing really great, you will come to that leadership role for sure.
Right. And can you give the audience watching now a practical takeaway? What is it that they can learn from you? If I was to say to you, there'll be someone watching now who a few years ago was thinking about coming in on this journey as a chef and they're wanting to enter aged care, what sort of advice do you think that you could give them as a practical takeaway for what they do next?
Very practical takeaway. Look, let's say I'm in one of the advisory body with William Anglis.
Yes.
It's a prestigious TAFE, right, in Victoria.
They are very prestigious.
Very prestigious TAFE.
Yes.
William Anglis, I was in advisory body. They are doing 4 units for the aged care chefs, right? And that will be ready anytime soon.
Yes.
And I will be asking the young chefs, do your culinary school correctly. Don't skip any procedure. Learn the basics. For example, your mayonnaise, your sauces. Get your background done. Spend a bit of time in a kitchen. So, don't finish your certificate 3 and don't tell you're a chef, right? So you need to be trained with someone who is very practically teaching you.
Yeah. On the job training.
On the job training. I still remember my head chef, his name is Rock. He was teaching me from basics, right? I was doing my school and I was with Rock.
Yes.
And Rock was teaching me how to peel an onion.
Yes.
How to slice an onion. How to cut an onion. How to fill a water for soup pot.
Yes.
Don't carry your soup pot. You need to use technique for that, right? And he taught me how to make a sponge cake. And he taught me how to make a desserts, how to make a sandwich. It's, sandwich, Eddie, you can make a crab sandwich or you can make a lovely sandwich.
That's
right?
right. That's
And
right.
he taught me what ingredients should go together.
That's
So I
right.
think the power of understanding
Yes, yeah, true.
the ingredients, and you need to spend a bit of time with your passion. I think you will never go failure, Eddie. You will be really succeeding.
What is your favorite food?
Two things, right?
Okay.
So chicken biryani,
Yes. Oh, I love a good biryani.
apple pie.
Apple pie. Hey, you're a man after my own heart. And with this guy prompted, apple pie is my favorite. Okay, we're good friends.
Apple
Okay.
pie. Eddie, look, you promised me you're coming to Melbourne in June,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. Okay.
I will make you an apple pie.
Really?
You will
I'll
love
be
it.
there sooner than you think.
So this apple pie, I learned from a residence.
Really?
I think it was 2007 when I used to work as an agency chef.
Yes.
So there was a facility in Mornington. I learned with a resident
Yes.
this apple pie recipe. So she gave a recipe. I did that one. First time I got failed because instead of butter, I used margarine.
Oh, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that.
You know, because you are starting stage of chef, right? I was
Yes,
not a chef
that's
background.
right. No,
For me,
that's great.
butter, I thought butter is butter.
Yeah, that's
I
right.
didn't realize margarine butter.
Yes.
Again, that's
The
what.
blend.
That is why it made me to read every ingredient.
That's right.
What
That's
its duty, what the ingredients does for you. Then I did that, apple pie.
Yes.
It was a big success after
Yes. That's really it really is a passion to profession with you. I can tell in the way you talk about food, what you've transitioned to, what you're doing now, and the volumes of food that you and your team are doing day to day. It really is a great achievement. I guess, before we wrap up, who are the real personalities? I've asked earlier about who shaped you and who guided you, but who are the real personalities that really helped you strengthen yourself on this journey, and where you heading to next?
So Eddie, the residents are my big inspirations.
Good to
When
hear.
you walk to a facility, happy smile.
Yes.
When they call your name,
Yeah.
I feel very special.
Yes.
So, and also, your leadership, what you're showing to your team, I think that's fantastic, right?
Yes.
So, and even your leaders who has developed you as well. Without your leaders, you can't grow as well, right? So my leader, I got a very good leaders as well. Those who, they have been believing in me, they were shaping in me. And then that leadership came to me. Then I shape my team. I trust my team. And sometimes you need to believe your team, Eddie.
Yes.
Give them a
Very
chance.
true. Yeah.
If they make a mistake, that's okay. Unless if they don't try and they make a mistake, they're not going to get succeed, right? So I have made lots of mistakes to,
Yes.
where I am now.
You learn from mistakes.
I learned from the
It's
mistakes.
an old adage, but it's true, right?
That's the true, right? You learn from your mistakes. You come here, and my focus next, Eddie, to be producing a large scale meals.
Yes.
So that's what my passion is.
Yes.
And then integrating AI with it.
Yes.
Integrating.
We can't escape it, can we?
You can't escape with AI.
Yeah.
And then I think also we all have to spend some at least 10 minutes, 15 minutes with any app you pick up, right?
Yes.
ChatGPT,
Use
Cloud, or Perplexity, whatever you
Yes.
pick.
Yes.
Every day, 10 minutes, we need to sit with that one and look at that. A week's of job, I've made 3 minutes.
Yes.
Right? But it took a bit of time for me
Time.
to set up everything, to
right.
make everything.
Yeah.
And I can, while I'm driving, I can talk to my Emily as well. It advised me everything. And next 3 days, I'm
Yeah.
going to be in Sydney.
Yeah.
It planned out all my schedule for me.
Yes.
What time I have to start. And even today morning,
Yeah.
it has given me a suggestion.
Yeah.
Where is the closest parking to take Virgin flight?
Well, if it told you that I also liked apple pie, then Emily's doing a great job. I'll tell you that for sure. You know what? You've had a great story to tell. We've really enjoyed learning about you. It's been a great journey. It really has been a great passion. And it's been a pleasure sharing your journey with this audience. I'm sure they'll get something out of it. And, you know, I can't say any more than thank you very much for what you've done. I really, really appreciate what you've done. I've been in food all my working life, so I know nothing else. Don't give me a hammer. I don't know what to do with it. I don't know what to do with a screwdriver. I can't plumb, but I can cook. And I thoroughly understand your journey, where you've been through. Thank you for sharing that with us.
Thank you, Eddie. Thank you for the great opportunity.
Thank you very much,
And it
Dinesh.
was really lovely to meet you today.
Thank you. It's been a real pleasure having you here.
Thank you, Eddie.
Thank
Thank
you.
you so much.